had open intox where she said it wasn't hers. She was driving to work. She had a defective equipment and an impeding traffic.
So, Your Honor, if she takes the speeding, they will dismiss the rest.
All right. Are you folks here on the Colon case?
Yeah.
All right. Hi.
I couldn't get Ashley Gonzalez's case.
All right. Well, it's not even actually speeding. It's impeding traffic.
Or impeding. Okay.
It's a special kind of speeding that doesn't carry any points. It does carry a $105 fine. So they're going to dismiss the defective equipment and dismiss the open intox misdemeanor if you plead to impeding traffic, which is a very watered down kind of speeding ticket. Do you understand?
Yes.
Are you willing to admit to that?
Yeah.
All right. I guess it says you were going 70. All right. Impede traffic fine. Is $105 by fee schedule. Our fee schedule is much lower than other counties. If this was Kalamazoo County, it'd probably be $270 or something, but can you pay that within 30 days? $105?
Yeah.
I'll make that due by September 8th. Well, Mr. Fair and Miss Becker both have gone out to see the prosecutor. There's your information. Jenny, if Mr. Klein can you get an email address from him, I can send him a message to join. But he's not having any success logging in. Ms. Cortez, you're free to go.
I can leave it.
You can just pay it right here if you want to. Right at the counter.
I'll just wait.
All right.
Thank you.
Brandy, why don't you just sit right there next to your PO?
Mr. Klein has been in contact with us. He first told us that his phone broke, so he can't use Zoom for right now. He's downloading Zoom, so we can log on.
Well, he is what's called a giant pain in the neck, and unless he does it quite soon, we aren't gonna be able to do it today.
Okay, we'll like that. Thank you, Jen.
This is file number 222311 ST, Brandy Marie Brown. Brandy's here with her probation officer, Daniel Frazine. This is just a consult. I kind of try to stay in contact with Miss Brown. She had a bad accident where she got an injury, which really debilitated her, and she's been recovering from that. Daniel and I discussed this, a few weeks ago, and he said, well, let's just have her come in for a consultation. So Daniel, what's the status here?
Well, last I have is she owes $25 on 2018-69 ST, never paid on 21-13-13-11-11080. It's an ordinance, and never paid on 23-11 ST. She did pay off one or two of the other cases, but she got a new citation, 25-9068882.
Just slow down. 25-9068882, which I have, she still owes 120, but I do believe she made a payment today. I don't know on which one that went to. Probation was usually the last one that it goes to, so. But I'm not sure you even charged anything for probation. I think you were just charging her to. I just had her on probation to get. So did you make a payment today, Miss Brown?
Yes, Ron, I did.
How much did you pay today?
$50.
All right. What I would like to do is get everything paid and get off your back. What's the new ticket for?
It said that well, when he pulled me over, he told me I stopped just past the stop sign. But the ticket says I failed to obey a stop sign, but I'm fighting that ticket because actually this time I was not wrong.
All right, well, how are you doing with your recovery?
I'm doing a lot better. I still need help here and there, but I take care of myself, to pretty much. I still need help showering or dressing sometimes, but I'm doing a lot better.
I think, Mr. Stickley, we may be, for the first time in many years, fully staffed at the prosecutor's office.
There we go.
Kudos to Miss Davis if she's pulled it off. They hired a new assistant prosecutor, Angelique Camfield, who is very experienced in other counties. And Ms. Stoll just took the bar exam, and I think she's gonna start. I saw her yesterday. So that would get them to 5 people, prosecutor, chief assistant, 2 very experienced assistants, Mr. Gabriel and Ms. Camfield, and a new lawyer. So that would be great. One of the benefits would be they could have more people to help us with these misdemeanor arraignments. I'm looking for your file. So we start out with a big thud because you're not in here. Ooh, all right, well, let me find it. That's odd. I'm not crazy. You're not in the queue. I might be crazy, but you're not in the queue. So let me find it separately. I don't know what happened to Elizabeth Anton.
Online.
Am I saying it correctly?
Yes.
All right, you got a ticket for driving without a valid operator's license. That might be our most common ticket. No, I can't even find it that way. Let me look at the file number. Elizabeth Anton. No wonder I can't find it. What's your name?
Elizabeth?
Elizabeth Lane Anton?
Yes.
They've got the ticket written as Anton Elizabeth Lane.
Oh, okay.
So no wonder I can't find it. So you must be in here under Lane, L-A-Y-N-E, so the name is wrong. But anyway, you got a ticket for no license ever applied. Shows that you don't have one. It is a minor.
Michigan.
Do you have a license now?
I have an Indiana license, or I'm from Indiana.
Yes. Do you have an Indiana license?
No, that's the one that's suspended.
Okay, so that's the way they charged it, like this. Often we're a border county, so we get lots of people from Indiana. And sometimes when they have an Indiana suspension, it shows as this, no license ever acquired. It's a misdemeanor in Michigan, punishable by up to 90 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. Normal fine is $100 plus costs. And I would give you time to pay the fine. They allege that this happened on July 5th. At 8 o'clock at night, Main and Clark Street here in Centerville. How do you plead to that charge?
Apparently not guilty, Your Honor.
All right. Are you working on getting your Indiana license?
Yes, I'll have that in a matter of weeks.
But you can just give it about time.
All right, well, at this point, the prosecutor probably wouldn't do anything to amend the charge if you come in with a valid license, they could amend it to something that wouldn't show up on your driving record. What do you have to do to get your license back?
Well, I have a piece of paper that I have to, I don't know, show the BMV and pay a reinstatement fee, I think so.
Okay. How'd you get here?
I did not drive. Someone else drove me.
All right, I'll set this out a month. Set a pretrial for September 11th. Gosh. For you to bring Indiana license. We should take a look at that case. She's in the system as Anton Elizabeth Lane, and her name is Elizabeth Anton, so I couldn't find the file. That'll be a Thursday, September 11th at 8:30 here at bring proof of Indiana license. All right, at this pace, I'll be done about midnight with all these cases. So let's see if I can go a little faster. All right, I will see you on September 11th.
All right, thank you.
And hopefully you'll have success with the Indiana DMV, and the county prosecutor would be likely to cut you some sort of a plea agreement, and you could pay a fine and keep your license. So you do what you need to do at the Indiana end.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, let's talk about that. Judge Middleton's courtroom saw a little bit of everything: plea deals, probation check-ins, and a case of mistaken identity courtesy of a clerical hiccup. Things started with Ashley Mendoza, who had an open container, defective equipment, and impeding traffic. The resolution: plead to impeding trafficker, special kind of speeding with no points in exchange for dismissing the rest. Middleton kept it light, explaining the $105 fine and noting that in another county she'd be paying a lot more. She agreed, and the matter was quickly resolved. Next was Brandy Marie Brown, appearing with her probation officer, Daniel Frazier, for what Middleton called a consult. She's been recovering from a serious accident, made a $50 payment that day, and still has a few outstanding fines. The judge's tone here was conversational, almost like catching up with an old acquaintance as they talked through her recovery and how to get her cases closed out. Then came a moment of mild courtroom detective work. Elizabeth Anton appeared on a ticket for no license ever applied, a misdemeanor, carrying up to 90 days in jail, but the judge couldn't find her in the system. Turns out the ticket had her entered as Anton Elizabeth Lane, with Lane mistakenly treated as her last name. Once they located the file, Middleton learned she has an Indiana suspension but is working to get her license reinstated within weeks. He gave her a pre-trial date and clear instructions: bring proof of a valid Indiana license, and the prosecutor could amend the charge to something that wouldn't hit her driving record. As always, he reinforced that if defendants handled their licensing issues before the next date, it often opens the door to a much softer outcome. The atmosphere in the courtroom was steady and unhurried, with Middleton showing flexibility on scheduling, a bit of humor about the case pace, and plenty of plain English explanations about how deals and fines work. It was a reminder of how a judge can move a docket forward while still making sure each person leaves knowing exactly what comes next. If you found this hearing insightful, consider subscribing, hitting the bell, and letting me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read every one.